It's week 4 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Rams, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They go play action with Richardson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. You talk about this Rams defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes and prepping for this game, but this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run, but how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, here's Richardson. On his horse, powering forward, and down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Richardson. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And look at this Colts defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run in the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And the Rams had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very solid gain of 27. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
All right, here we go.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Elliott is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Colts.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown. And he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Elliott going to get it again on second down. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Good pickup by Elliott. What's a down year for Zeke? It's a great year for most NFL backs. Had career lows in carries and yards, but still ranked in or near the top 20 league-wide. And, of course, remained a productive scorer with 12 touchdowns.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Elliott running right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Inside give to Elliott. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's brought down. Can't do anything running with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. Hang on here, we got an injury. And yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. 3rd and 3. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now Stafford's going to move him around. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. What a first half we saw from the number 4 overall pick back in April, Anthony Richardson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. The give is to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those.
And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll give to Elliott. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go now. Check, Panthers. Check, hey. Roll.
Now Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 47-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Rams to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stafford. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And the other day they told us, when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Richardson and the Colts now down by 9. 1:39 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Now Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Los Angeles, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too will leave here at 1-3.